Hi everybody and welcome to today's vlog. This is the East African girl Mso. I know it's been a minute before I came to your screens, but you know what they say, better late than never. And remember, anytime you see me here, I'm ready with details, with the juice, with the tea, because this video, as you can see on the title below, I am going to give you the tea, the breakdown, the nitty-gritty information or details when it comes to training for Emirates Airlines ground staff position. But before I do that, let me actually say thank you so much for the 10,000 of you guys who have believed in this channel and subscribed. For those of you who are regular here and you have subscribed, welcome. You already know I love you and always feel at home. Anytime you feel like there's anything you need help or a question in regards to career, put it on the comment section. Just say, hey Bella, I've been your follower, you need to answer me, you've not been answering my questions. And so I will definitely hope on your comment and probably answer you to the best of my ability. If you're new here and this is your first time being here, welcome. We love visitors. We actually would love you to be part of us by hitting that subscribe button. It is absolutely free, and this channel, we say we come here to gain and then grow, and then after we grow we become the greatest of our abilities, or the greatest we can be. So there's a lot of information, there's a lot of wealth when it comes to information in regards to aviation careers, from recruitment to application to the hiring process to the training process, and eventually you owning your own wings and becoming one of the airline employee or staff. So I don't want to talk much about it, but feel at home. It's free to actually subscribe. And guys, as you all know, the reason why you don't see me here often is because I have life that goes on around me, and sometimes I have to handle that. Sometimes I go for holidays, and sometimes I have things that I have to do, but I always make sure to come to your screens and give you information when I feel like it's really necessary, so that you can be prepared before your interview or your training comes, or whatever it is that you guys put on the comment section and you ask questions. So I always try as much as possible to squeeze in some time and come to you. As you all know, none of these airlines sponsor me. I do this voluntarily. I spare a couple of minutes on my schedule just to sit here, put down my detailed information that I know and I've researched, so that I can prepare you. The reason why I do this is because during our time, we didn't have anyone to look up to when it comes to like detailed information. So like I remember when I used to apply for Emirates, Etihad, Qatar, when I was shooting my shot, as we say here, when I was shooting my shot to get a job in these airlines, we did have plenty of like YouTubers who will sit down and tell us details, and I don't blame them. Most of these airlines actually at the time did not allow any of their staff to come and on social media and share detailed informations like I do. But right now you guys are very lucky. You have East African Girl Saw here giving you information about how to get these jobs. I don't want this video to be too long, or this intro to be too long. Let me hop on to the reason why I'm here, and today I'll be talking about the training process. Okay, so when you get hired, when you go through the interview process through Emirates, today I'm going to specifically talk about Emirates because that's where I know best. That's where I went to. That's where I've worked for so many years. That's the airline that I went through the entire training process, and so I'm giving you information that is very personal to me. I went through the process, so sit back, relax, buckle up, and enjoy. Okay, all right. So once you go through the interview process with Emirates and you eventually get the golden call, we call it the golden call, the call that they'll call you and say, "Hi, Eunice, I'm calling you from Emirates Airlines just to tell you that congratulations, you are, we are sending you a contract to sign, or you are, we're inviting you for, a training process, or we're inviting you to, we're welcoming you to the Emirates, family, Emirates Airlines family." So that golden call that they call you, once you go through that and get that call, and now you're ready, ready to start for your training process. Before you even go for the training process, they'll call you. At this time, if they recruited you from outstation is they recruited you from any other country besides UAE, they will fly you in to Dubai and give you accommodation. They'll settle you in, they'll give you some money for pocket money, and all that. So once you fly into Dubai, they will now start, preparing you for the training process. So at this time, you already know what department you're working for, because remember, ground staff is a very broad department. You could be in the call center, you could be in the baggage, you could be in the customer service, which is the check-in and boarding agents. You could probably be working at Danata, which is another sister company to Emirates. They probably will put you in Marhaba, the meet and greet, the people who escort the VIPs who are traveling with Emirates. They could probably put you in the baggage handling department. So ground staff position is a very broad. So once you get that call, they'll tell you where they're putting you. So you won't know once you're applying for Emirates as a ground staff. Sometimes you won't even know what company you will be working with. But remember, these companies, they are one. So if they put you in Donata or Emirates or Marhaba, this is one company. I've spoken about Donata before. I told you this is the mother company. Before Emirates was born, Donata was there and it was handling all other airlines. And then Emirates was born and they decided Emirates is only going to handle Emirates passengers. So if you work for Donata, you'll be wearing a different uniform, not the one you know for Emirates with the red hat. You'll be wearing a very beautiful, I actually love Donata's uniform. It's some blue and some navy blue and some beautiful colors. So they'll give you that uniform. So before you even start training, they'll call you to the Emirates Aviation College. That's where the uniform center is. You go there, you pick your uniform, they'll take your measurements, pick your uniform, they'll give you, if you guys want to know how many uniforms they give, I can do that as on another video, but allow me to just say they'll give you your entire uniform from head to toe. If you're a man, they'll give you tie and socks. They'll give you, for ladies, they'll give you shoes, they'll give you your hat, your scarf, the veil that Emirates wears, they'll give you belt, a bag, all those. I'll mention that on another video, but they give you every uniform that you see airline Emirates, or Donata or Marhaba wears. All those are provided by the company free of charge. Airlines here in America, you pay for the uniform. So if you're working, or if you're looking to work in a company that gives you a lot of benefits and takes care of you, I suggest go to Gulf Airlines, because things are different when you move outside Gulf, or in America it's totally different. The salary is not good, but that's for another story. All right, so the training for ground staff is usually 3 weeks to 1 month. So they'll take you to classes where they'll give you the venue of the classes every day. If you're living in the company's accommodation, there's a bus to take you to the to the training area, or you can take a bus to the airport and then take a train to the headquarters if the classes are in headquarters. Or if you're Emirates ground staff, they'll put you at the airport. There are classes at the airport. There are rooms that are, you know, that are in the airport, that are used by the staff. It's only staff accessible only, where, you know, they'll put you there, they'll sit you in a class, everybody will have a PC, a computer, you know, everybody will be sitting, they'll give you a PC, there'll be a, you know, a monitor at the front, a tutor, teacher, if I do say so myself. They'll give you everything. They'll give you books. They'll give you you know, what do you call them, yeah, books to read and understand things for yourself as well. They'll give you everything that they feel like is useful for you to learn. So you'll bring a notebook, you'll bring a pen. I think they give you that too. And the training usually starts around 8, if I can't remember exactly the time, but and until around 2 or 1 p.m. Sometimes you'll finish early, and your teacher, this is like my personal experience. During our time, when we finished early, they will just tell us to go. So but sometimes they will take you to the aviation college, where you will go and learn about grooming. So they'll teach you everything. So they'll teach you about grooming, how to do your nails, how to do your makeup, how to do your hair, how to dress up in the Emirates way. So that's training. It goes to 3 to 1 month duration. And at this time, every department, so if you're located to work as an Emirates check-in agent, so the classes that they'll teach you, because let me talk about this because this is where I went through, okay? About the NATA, the same thing. They're going to take you to the same class, and they'll teach you how to check in or handle all these other airlines. So if KQ, if United Airlines, if American Airlines, if let's say Qantas, if let's say Ethiopian Airlines, if they fly to Dubai, they are going to go to Terminal 1 or Terminal 2. That's where the NATA staff work. But if you're working for Emirates, you will be located in Terminal 3. Okay, so any airline that belongs to Emirates, traveling to all over the world, Emirates staff handle Emirates flights. And then for the NATA, they handle any other airline. So any other airline flying to Dubai, and you know Dubai is the middle of the world, so all airlines in the world, they step foot in Dubai. So all those airlines, you handle that. So they'll teach you how to handle their system, they'll teach you how to book, they'll teach you how to, I'll talk about this in details as I'm talking about Emirates. So they'll teach you customer. So some of you will be in the department where it's customers facing. These are the people who are dealing with passengers face to face. And then there will be a department where it's a back office department. These are call center. Remember I told you they might also put you at the call center department, where you will be working in an office. For you guys, you don't wear uniform. I can go to work like this, you can go to work with tights, you can go with your hair like this. Like for call center, because they're behind scene, they don't have to follow the grooming, as long as you look good and you're decent to go to work. For you guys, it's a back office. The passengers don't come to you, so your job will be just to sit at the office, pick up calls, email passengers and all that. So if you're positioned to work at the back office, they'll train you as well how to answer Emirates calls, from answering calls to booking to answering mails. They'll give you your own login details, your email address, company's email address. They'll teach you how to log in, they'll teach you how to respond to email, they'll teach you how to cancel flights, book flights and all that. There's also a department called the ticketing, so they might also put you on the ticketing department. Usually on the ticketing department, they hire majority of the people who had ticketing background, or better still, sometimes they'll even hire someone without a background and train you. And that's why training is very important when it comes to this airline, and it is very intense. So this 3 weeks to 1 month training, it's completely training. All right. And then the other thing that I want to mention is the things that they train you during training. Number one is check-in. They'll teach you how to, when the passenger walks in, how you take their passport, how you ask the passenger where you're traveling to, how to retrieve their details on the computer, how to print a boarding pass, how to tag their bags, how to board them at the boarding gates, how to make sure that you're boarding the right passenger, the passenger is traveling on the right flight at the right time. Okay, all these things, they're going to be handled during training. They're going to teach you how to check documents, the travel documents that people travel to. There are people who use visas. If you're traveling to US and you need a visa, they'll teach you how to check the validity of that visa. They'll teach you how to profile the passenger. They'll teach you how to look at passport, read passport, because sometimes if you don't have the experience of an airline, you'll just go to your embassy in your country, get a passport. As long as it has your name and your picture, you're good to go. And the other thing you check is your the validity of your passport. So they'll teach you more. What other things do you check on someone's passport? IDs as well. There are people who travel with IDs. For instance, if right now, if you live in America, you don't need to travel with a passport. You can use your ID to go to another state. If you're UAE citizen and you're going to the Gulf countries, sometimes they travel with just IDs. So they'll teach you how to check the IDs, the validity, and all that. Make sure that it's the right passenger. My God, let me tell you, local, what do you call them, UAE nationals, they love having big families, and they are very, I will say they are very united. Like they love having big families. So you can have passengers, like a man walk to you and be like, hey, can I I would like to check in. And you're like, sir, where are you traveling to? And they'll tell you, I'm traveling to Bahrain. And then you say, let me have your passport or your IDs. And they give you IDs of like 12 people. And you ask, oh sir, where are the passengers? And he'll tell you they're seated over there. So then you ask the guy, oh, would you kindly ask the family to come closer so I can profile them? As soon as I'm done, they can go sit down. So you let the family come, and it's a big group, and majority of these people, they have the same name. So the dad's name will probably be Muhammad Ali Khalid, and the sons, like he has probably 5 sons, they will have the same name. So you have to make sure to check all these IDs and passports one by one, making sure, hey, Muhammad Ali Ahmed, and then you see this is the guy, and then you match his face with the ID, check his validity, and then you put that aside, and then you check the other one, Muhammad Khalid Ali, and then you say, yeah, here, and then he will come, you check his face, check validity of the ID, put aside. And then remember, there are countries where the passport or the IDs have to be 6 months valid before travel. So if the ID is expiring, or the passport is expiring within 3 months, they cannot travel. So all of these things, they'll train you during training. So it's a very good and detailed training that you will learn a lot. And before they even let you go and release you to go now face the world, before they let you, they will give you, once you learn in class, they'll now put you in practical. So 1 hour or 2, they'll that your teacher will ask you, hey, we're gonna go upstairs where the real check-in is, and you guys are gonna go there, and you're going to be surprised by how many passengers are at the airport. And they'll take you to one area, and then they'll ask you guys to observe the older staff working. And then as soon as you observe, the teachers will tell you, you can now swap. So you sit and try check-in as the older staff observe. So they kind of give you a very good preparation before they send you out there. All right. They also teach you how to profile passengers. Let me tell you, people who work at the airport, they can tell, we are taught how to tell and profile passengers. There are things that happen at the airport that you're going to learn during training, things like hijacking, human trafficking, and all that stuff. Intoxicated passengers, these are passengers who are completely drunk, and you check their flight, they're going to UK from Dubai is like 7 hours, and you're like, if we let this guy board this flight, chances of this flight being diverted and landing to a different airline, or him probably being aggressive and trying to open exit doors, they teach you how to profile passenger and judge and see whether this passenger, if we board him, is he gonna be okay in that flight. Also, there are people who do human trafficking, so we are trained how to profile, how to look at the passenger. If it's a couple and you see the man trying to bully the girl, and the girl seems like she's uncomfortable to travel, you can profile them and ask them to wait. You can ask them like, sir, would you kindly have a seat over there? I'll be with you in a minute. You call the police. If there's something, if you have that instinct, call the police or your supervisor, tell them what you're seeing, and the police can come, profile the passengers. And if they feel maybe it was just sometimes you're not all right. Sometimes you can see something and it's not it. Probably there are couple who are fighting but they're still in love, but they teach you how to profile and what to do in cases where you feel like I'm not sure about this one. All right. So I talked about the things that they're going to give you in class. They're going to give you a class that you're going to be learning with your colleagues. They're going to give you books. There's computer, and there are pens and books to note down. And some teachers are actually very nice. They'll bring candy, they'll bring water. Remember, during training, the airline is taking care of you, so they'll probably even give you meal vouchers. So during your break, during lunchtime, you can go to any restaurant at the airport and buy food from the meal vouchers, because they already know you're here because you don't have a job. So chances of majority of you, probably you don't have money, so the company will take care of you. They'll give you meal vouchers where you can go eat and drink for free. They'll give you accommodation. If they've flown you in, they'll put you in a hotel before they prepare your accommodation. All right. So the other thing that you need to learn about training, it's not just training. They will also give you exams. Okay, so during process they will give you exams that you will do. Like, they'll teach you dangerous goods, the things that that are not prohibited, that are they're prohibited to travel. Have you noticed, if you've traveled by air, have you noticed there are quantities of items that you can't carry as a hand carry? So let me talk to people probably who've never flown. So like the big lotions that we carry that are more than 100 ml, those big bottles of oil or lotion or cologne or let me what like any liquid or batteries, they're things that are not prohibited to put in a certain bag. So a hand carry is the bag that you carry with you to the plane, and then the big bags, those are the check-in bags. Those ones you can put anything in there besides the batteries. So if you're traveling with a laptop, it's always advisable to bring a laptop as a hand carry, because some of these laptops, they have a battery called lithium battery that can explode. So imagine you've checked in a laptop in the check-in bag, and it's in the cargo area in the plane, and the plane is up there, 16-hour flight from Dubai to Chicago, and then that lithium battery explodes. See the chaos you've brought to the plane, and danger you've brought to yourself and other passengers and the staff and the crew that is on board. So it's always advisable to have the laptop or those batteries with you as a hand carry. So during training, they'll teach you about the prohibited things that are allowed and not allowed to carry with you when you're checking in. And you can even ask the passenger, they'll ask you, sir, do you have a laptop in here? Would you kindly recheck it and put put it in a hand carry? Do you have any liquids or anything that is more than 100 ml? I suggest you put it in the check-in bag, because if you carry it with you at the security point, they are going to throw it away because it's not allowed. So if you don't want to go through a loss, you might as well put it in the check-in bag. You're going to do an international exam called IATA. IATA is the exam that allows you to now work for international aviation or airline. So you will do and these things before you do the exam. They'll teach you. You'll do a couple of internal exams, and then you'll do the major exams during training. And also remember, the grooming is also part of the training during Emirates. They'll teach you how to do your full Emirates makeup, how to put on blush, how to put on your mascara, how to put on your eyebrows, your foundation that matches your skin color, your nails, you know how you're supposed to take care of your nails, the watch that you wear. So anything that it's beauty, the earrings that you're supposed to wear. So remember, this all is going to go through training. Let me see if there's, I don't think I've forgotten anything. And then finally, the good thing with this training, by the time you finish your training, you will have all your certificates ready, and these certificates are going to help you in your career in the future. So some of the certificates that you're going to go home with are passengers handling certificate, baggage procedure certificate, security procedure certificate, ground service and handling regulations, customer service certificate, dangerous goods certificate, and above all, IATA. You know, because you will do all those exams, and the company Emirates will give you all these certificates, and they're going to help you in the future if you're planning to grow when it comes to aviation. So I think I have expounded everything to do with training, and I hope that this video has been helpful. If you do have any questions, kindly put them on the comment section below. If you feel like this video is very helpful to anyone that you feel like has a dream or probably don't know what to do in the future, what career to follow in the future, share my videos to your friends, to your relatives. Tell them, just share to anyone, and tell them if you know anyone who's interested in this kind of information, let them share. So share to people who are going to share to people who are going to share, so that this information can go out there. I do this because I want your journey to be easy. I don't want you guys to go through what we went through. It was hard for us. We didn't have people to advise us and give us this information. So, and that's why I'm always happy to come here and help you. We already have so many people right now working in the airline industry through this channel, and that really motivates me. So if your journey is not this, and you feel like this information is helpful, go ahead, share it, put it on your social media, put it on your Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I give you the permission. There's no copyright here. Just go ahead and share. And guys, until next time, you all know I love you, and bye bye.